So someone asked me what's the difference between a rooming house and a boarding house as a landlord, right? Or someone that invests in rental properties. What's the difference? The difference is a rooming house is just that. You have a home where you're renting out the rooms to different people, different strangers, and you're renting out the rooms. That's it. No more, no less. A boarding house, however, is very similar to a college dorm. So not only are you renting rooms, but you're providing services. You may be providing laundry services, food services, meal prep. That's what happens in a boarding house. You're providing services along with that. How that's just almost very similar to a college dorm is they're both state funded. Only thing is a college form, yes, they get grants, which just like a boarding house, they sometimes could get grants also. Only difference is sometimes these may be older people or people with problems, whatever. And you're provided for them where college students are just that, college students. Would I invest in a boarding house? No. I did, however, invest in renting to students. I advertised a place I had in an area that was very close to a college. So sometimes with these colleges, sometimes these students, their parents don't have the money to pay for a dorm. So that's where you come in and they'll rent the room for you because it's cheaper. You look at what the dorm is charging and then you charge less than the dorm and you could actually rent to college students. Now I know some landlords that actually do that. That's their business model. That's their line of business, is renting to college students. But that's something you just can't jump into right away because you need to make sure you do your planning first. You need to make sure you're near college. You need to make sure that it's okay for you to advertise to those schools and that you have a good turnover. If you have a high turnover, you need to make sure you're able to fill those units. Sometimes with college students, sometimes they drop out, or sometimes when they finish schooling, they leave. So now you've got that vacancy almost guaranteed. Every 2 years to 4 years, you're going to have a vacancy. Well, some people may not consider that high turnover, but if you're doing 2 years, or you have students that drop out as students do all the time, or they find a cheaper place to live, or they just don't like your facilities, or they could damage properties so bad, damage your unit so bad that now you got to put everyone out to do repairs. Now, I've heard those nightmare stories before. People that rent to students, how these students sometimes will have these frat parties and completely damage their property. Or properties, plural. So I don't know if that's for you. That's for you. That's for you. And I do have a quick class on that. It's like no more than an hour-long class if you want to make that your business model, rented to college students. However, you can find more information about me on my website. The link is below, or you could also just click in the description. There's a link you could click right there to take you to my website. If you want to know more, anyway, I'm Mitchell H. Thank you.